It's nice to be back at home. Obviously, we were able to get some offense, which our goalie has been doing us the favor of keeping the net clean all year long, and we were able to give him some run support tonight. But LSU or Lake Superior State's coming off a bye week. They're on the road. We know we're going to get a pushback tomorrow, so our guys have to reset quick and be ready for it.
First things first, Coach. That second period was probably what you really like to see too. Just got shot at 6-7. What did you see from him in the second, and did you challenge him at that intermission?
I think I liked our mentality on the offense to start the game. Equally, I did not love our mentality to respect the defensive side of the game. Okay, we had some back checks where we didn't finish at the net. They were harder on their sticks. So we're just going all or nothing, okay? And they stung us a couple times there. We knew if we tightened it up and had more of a defensive mindset that the offense was still going to come because our guys had energy. They were skating. We were making plays in transition. We just needed to get the puck back. And to do that, we had to honor the defensive side of the game. We did a better job through the second and third, and I was glad our guys were able to feel the joy of putting some across the line.
How about Luke's one-timer there on the power play to start things off? What'd you like about that goal?
I kind of was disappointed in myself that I hadn't put him over there earlier. I mean, he's been on the power play all year, never there, and he ripped a couple in this week in practice, and he ripped one in today in the game. So, excited for him. It got us started. We know if we can score early, it starts our engines. We're one of those teams. We kind of wallow through the game until we score. When we score, we get excited. The energy goes up, and everyone's on board. Scored early on the power play, which we needed, and our guys rolled from there.
They're coming into this game with a week rest, too. Did you sense any of that in the first period, that they had some fresh legs a little bit? Or?
They looked, they were playing fast, too. You never know. They're traveling from Sault Ste. Marie. It's a challenge, and their energy might have been there, but sometimes mentally you're not all there. I thought they looked like a really good team through the first period. And our guys needed to honor some parts of the game, as I said, more so defensively. But when I have a vision for Augustana hockey and how it looks and how you entertain your fans like that, our guys played on their toes. They got up and they made passes, and it wasn't just a muck and grind game. This was a good brand of hockey by our group, and I liked how Lake State played as well in terms of they were playing hockey.
In the sense that if you struck back in the second period, that Josh would get in a groove and make it stick.
I just said on the TV out there, I said, this is and it's easier to say this after a win. It was great for him to get stung a couple times in the first, and then now you have a chance to reset. That's one of the development opportunities of college hockey and why he's here. He's learning from these moments. So as valuable as shutting the door for 10, 12 games, whatever he's done, long term in his development, this might have been one of the better nights for him growing as a goalie.
How about Easton's goal? Obviously, he had a game winner, but to see him get rewarded, what do you like about that?
He is acclimating to college hockey a lot like others who have come from Minnesota high school and played juniors. It's harder to play the closer you get to the goal line. And he scored right before Christmas break. I think he has 2 more since. So he went all that time where he was just fighting to get a goal. He came back from break, and he was rejuvenated, and this is what he can do. This is one of those elements he brings to our blue line, why he was recruited to play here. He's settling in well. His opportunity and ice time's increasing, especially with Ula out. We've been really happy with him.
How about Tyler, too? He's been out of the lineup. And to see him come back the way he did tonight, you got to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. I mean, he's one of those young guys we're excited about. And maybe even more exciting as we know how much better he can get. But he's scored a lot of points. Not many in Minnesota high school hockey history have scored more than him. So he's comfortable in those areas, and he knows what to do with the puck when he gets in close.
You mentioned your guys getting acclimated to college hockey. How do you feel like your fans are starting to get acclimated to college hockey here in year 2?
Nights like this help. Nights definitely like this help. And you got to think of where we're at in the season, the gravity of these games. They're so important. And I mean, for our program, the guys in the room, like, this is a huge deal for us. And it's a big part of our growth process. But for the fans, I mean, nationwide, games, the importance of games, I don't know that there's many more important than what's going on right here in Sioux Falls.
Do you notice a difference in year 2 from year 1 as far as maybe the hockey literacy of the fans, maybe more people jumping on board that don't necessarily have a connection to Augustana or to hockey? Does it feel like the success you're having on the ice right now is starting to grow that a little bit?
I think it's all part of it. You know, I think once we get out of this dang J term and get the whole student section filled up, it'll take on an even greater life, and I'll really be able to comment then. There's no doubt that there's growth happening. The awareness, I mean, in this community, it's unbelievable. But our focus right now is so much on just continuing to get better and trying to finish this thing out Saturday.
6 goals tonight, 6 different players. Talk about depth scoring, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Balance game too, 2 goals in every period. We talked a little bit about that this week.
Yeah.
You know, we're winning the first. Still tonight didn't win the first, but won the second and third. I mean, just those elements at this point in the season, how crucial are those?
Again, tonight we're really happy that we were able to find some offense. It had been such a long while, we felt. We've addressed it through video. We've tried to address it through practice. The biggest challenge is our guys stick together. Depth scoring is a big thing. We talk about it and have a lot of pride in that within our room. And all 4 lines were playing. You know, all 7 defensemen are getting an opportunity. Those guys took advantage of it, and we believe in all of them. So glad tonight it paid off. Proud of our guys' effort, but when you're growing a program too, there's that even keel that we've talked about so much. Just keeping that even keel. There's some nights you win, some nights you lose. Right now, it's how we get off our feet and rest and show up tomorrow.
Easton, that goal. Walk me through it and just a little bit of emotion.
You know, me and Will Svendal had a pretty nice breakout. Ended up on Simon Falk's stick. He rung it around and somehow ended up back on Svendal's stick, and he found me in the middle and kind of just found a lane and somehow went in the back of the net. So.
What was the? Can you walk me through what that first intermission was like for you guys? I mean, you're down 3-2. You know, you had the first power play goal. You know, it just kind of turned into an offensive game there in the first. But what was sort of the message there in that first intermission?
You know, like Coach said, like boys were still going. Like we thought we had some chances, and he just kind of said to keep going and it'll come. So that was pretty much the message.
Tyler, I mean, just how's it feel? I mean, you know, you come out and had a pretty solid game here tonight, but you know, having the week, you know, to look at this and then come out here, you had a week off. I mean, to come out the way you did tonight, how were you feeling tonight?
Yeah, no, I felt great tonight. Feels good to be back out there. It sucked not being able to travel with the team last weekend, but I thought I played pretty well tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler, can you sort of walk me through that second period too? I mean, you guys had a couple goals there. You really outplayed them throughout the second period. What did you sort of sense there in the second period?
Yeah, I think we just started to play our game again. Kind of got away from the defensive side of things in the first, and then the second I thought we were back to playing Viking hockey. So,
how's it feel for you guys too? Just being on the ice though, when Josh, after that first period, to kind of give him that goal support. I'll ask both of you that. I mean, the way he's kind of played for you guys this season, obviously last week it really carried you in a lot of ways, but to come out and play the way he did, how's that sort of feeling?
We owe it to him. He's been kicking all season, and we gave up 3 in the first, and that's something we usually don't do, especially on him. So just going through the second and third, we owed it to him.
I'd say pretty much the same thing. I mean, we haven't really given him a ton of goal support all year, so it was nice to get him some tonight.
For either you guys or both of you guys, the success you're having on the ice right now, can you get a sense that is resonating with your fans on campus, that there's some momentum around this program, people getting excited about the fact that, you know, you guys are competing, you're ranked nationally?
Yeah, you know, everyone seems to come and support us, and we'll see people around, and they'll say what's up. And I guess at the beginning of the year we weren't getting that, and then yeah, so we're getting a little more attention, and it's just good.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. I think everyone's like starting to know the game when you come here. Like students are learning the game a little bit. So, I mean, anything like especially when we're winning right now, it's huge for people to come watch us. So.
You're both from Minnesota too. You come from a state where everybody kind of knows hockey.
Yeah.
You come to a place like this. I'm curious to know too, just that, you know, how do you sense that from the fans in terms of like understanding the game and knowing it more? One thing I anecdotally bring up is that Lindenwood series. At the end of the game, you guys were on the penalty kill, right? And you killed off a 5-on-3, killed off a 6-on-4, and every clear it felt like the crowd kind of understood. I mean, do you kind of get that they're getting the game a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. That was huge when we killed that 5-on-3, 6-on-3 actually, and the fans just roared, and it was great. You know, we owe it to them too for showing up and being loud. So.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Thank you.